G'day Martin, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good, Phil.
So welcome again, mate. Thanks for making the time to come back. So we sat down about 2 weeks ago, and we just went through a bit of a goal. So we set the goal to do the 15 push-ups. You wanted to do it within 12 months. So one of the reasons why I would like to sit down again today with you is congratulations, mate. We've hit that goal, and it's only taken a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So how do you feel?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Progressing well. So
I'm extremely proud of and excited to where this journey is leading. I've seen you actually increase your visits to the gym, so you're up to 3 days a week, mate.
Yeah.
How are you finding that?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's just nice getting out of the office, I suppose, and just blowing off a bit of steam. So I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, no, awesome. Hang on. Well, I've just got something at the door. No, all good. Sorry about that. So I got the information back from the dietitian. Thanks for authorising that, or authorising for consenting to that to come back. So what I'm just going to quickly do this morning for the next 5 or 10 minutes before we head to the gym is we're just going to go through a bit of a dietary habits questionnaire. Mm-hmm. All we want to do is you did ask that I maintain a bit of a tracking and I help motivate you to keep a record to keep you on track, okay?
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through a bit of a questionnaire. It's not to see what you're eating, what you're not eating, because that was up to the dietitian, which is who you saw. I just want to see that you're on track with it. Again, it's more of a visual cue for yourself, okay?
Yep.
And then the last thing I'd like to do is I just want to set another goal as we progress forward. And I've already developed a bit more of an advanced training plan, more from that light into that more moderate, because I understand we wanted the moderate, but we had to dial it back a little bit. So we want to now get into that moderate training and do some adaptation, okay?
Yep.
Happy with that, buddy?
Yep.
Awesome, cool. So you went saw the dietitian. You've got the paperwork. All right, we'll quickly just go through the dietary habits questionnaire. Now I do see that you've brought in a bit of a food diary.
Yep.
Awesome, cool. Do you mind having a quick look at that, buddy?
Yep, sure.
Hey, looking well. Looking well. How's the Red Bull intake going?
It's coming down a bit. Yeah, it's just a random one here or there. Usually, if I have a bit of a crappy night's sleep, and I'm kind of going to get that energy in the morning, but it's pretty much down to less than a week now, I'd say.
Oh, awesome, mate. That is absolutely outstanding. Less than a week, mate. I really wish there was a lot of people who could take your lead in the health industry, or the health area. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So what we're going to do, we'll just go through the dietary habit questionnaire. Again, it's just on how many serves of fruit and vegetables do you usually eat per day. Are we looking at 0 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, 6 plus serves a day?
Probably around about there, the 2 to 3.
2 to 3?
Yep. Yeah, you
Awesome.
should like to have a bit of veggies and stuff for dinner.
Awesome. How many serves of fruit do you usually eat per day?
Yeah, about 2 to 3.
Awesome.
Usually have some fruit with breakfast in the morning.
Yep. How many serves of bread or cereal do you usually eat per day? We're looking at 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, 6 plus serves a day.
Probably around about that, 2 to 3, 1 or 0 to 1. You know, it just kind of varies. Depends on what I feel like having in the morning.
All right, so we'll go with 2 to 3. Okay, awesome. Dairy, how many? So dairy, so milk, buttermilk, rice.
I like cereal, so I'm having that daily. And then
0 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 5.
Well, I have yogurt usually as well.
Yep.
That's just kind of like a morning tea type thing. So I'll say about that 2 to 3 again.
Awesome, cool. And meat, how many serves of meat do you usually eat per day?
Probably around about that 2 to 3 again. Yeah,
awesome, cool.
Lunch and dinner type thing.
So far, I can already see that you've altered your diet, okay, mate, which is really good to see you are by following the advice of the dietitian. I can understand that some of these intakes of the servings are at the recommendation of the dietitian, which is absolutely great. Hang on, mate. Awesome, cool. So which is really great. So don't forget, as you see here on the screen, mate, I've got the 5 food groups up from the Australian Guide to Dietary and Healthy Eating.
Yep.
You can see here, we've got the table here. Just remember that if you do need to refer back to this, gives you recommended daily intakes per food groups, okay?
Yep.
Awesome, cool. So discretionary choices. How many per week do you think that you're having? Now again, this is remember we think back to that pies, the sausage rolls, the Red Bulls.
I'd say probably about once a week at the moment for the Red Bull.
Yep.
Just to be fair, it does vary, but yeah, it's teetering off a bit. Yeah.
Alright, cool. So we'll do about 1 serve a day. That's fine, bro. Just remember, you are allowed to enjoy those sweet things in life. It's in moderation. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. All right, so I think I've got 2 strategies that I'd like us to follow as we go forward, just to keep you on track. Okay, the first one is just to continue to follow the advice by the practicing dietitian. Okay, you do need some help just to see, hey, I'm eating too much of diet. Am I eating too much of this? Again, please give me a call, or when you come in, and we can just refer back through the guidelines. Okay, just to put you on track. Okay. The second strategy is just to continue to log your daily food intake as you're doing, and just seek the advice as required. Okay, it's really good to see that you've altered your diet. Okay,
thanks.
Any questions, mate? Happy with that one?
Yeah, happy.
Awesome, cool. So you're feeling much happier? You've been in the gym.
Yeah. I feel like I've got more energy.
Yep.
Stronger. Yeah.
How's your friends? Are they supportive of
Yeah, they've been great about it.
Yeah. Awesome, excellent. Well, really good to see. All right, mate. Only a couple more minutes. This is really good to see. I can see how motivated you are, and you're still remaining so motivated. What we'll do is we'll continue to, and again, once we've done this, we'll book in another date just to check in. Again, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. We don't want you to fall off the rails. Again, lapse back into where we were, and then pretty much relapse back, and then just quit. So we want to keep that motivation nice and high. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to set another SMART goal.
Okay.
All right. What do you want to do? What's your ultimate goal?
I was looking at joining the ADF, so maybe
awesome.
Maybe passing the fitness test for that.
Also, that's a really great goal. Which service are you looking at joining, mate?
Navy.
It's a superior service. Any job in particular?
I like logistics, so probably go with something within that.
Oh, nice logistics, mate. Awesome. Well, let's get you through to let's get you ready for the fitness test. All right.
Yeah.
I believe that's about a 1 minute plank. Because you mentioned it, but I just in passing, but wasn't really sure if that's what you wanted. It's about a 1 minute plank, and there's a swim, run, and a beep test. What we'll do is we don't need to narrow down into that just yet. Is we can do some fitness testing just to see what your strengths are and align them with what you would like to do, and then we can come up with a bit of a program. Okay.
Sounds good.
Right. How would you like to measure this goal?
I'd like to probably get it around about in the next 6 months. I think that's
next
pretty fair.
6 months. All right. So you would like to achieve in 6 months. So, all right. So what I think we should do? I think we should maintain an exercise diary continuously.
Yep.
And let's test every six weeks. So we'll provide that adaptation to go forward. Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll see to where you're tracking. Okay. Have you achieved this in the past?
No.
No. Okay. Cool. And what do you actually require from me to do this one?
I think just the same thing, just helping me with those training routines and just keeping me on track with the diet.
Awesome, cool. Well, I honestly think that we can achieve this goal, especially after what we've achieved in the last 2 to 3 weeks. I'm really impressed. Okay.
Yep.
How motivated are you to it?
I'd say around an 8.
Around an 8. Yeah. Sweet. I'm going to. I think that you've chosen that high because you want to pass it, or is there another reason?
Sorry?
Why have you chosen such a high number? Is it because you want to pass it? Is it a bit of a self?
Yeah, I suppose, I'm just keen to kind of get in and do that, and I just want to be prepared for before I apply and stuff, so...
Yeah, excellent. Really impressed. What brought you around to this decision?
I suppose like I didn't have that healthier lifestyle and stuff, so I kind of wanted to clean it up a bit, and I think they have a pretty good lifestyle, and I just kind of like a change of pace with that. So.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. Anyone there to motivate you to help drive you outside of myself?
Yeah. Got some good friends around me at the moment. So.
Yep. Cool. Excellent. And anything that's going to stop you again, hinder you from committing?
I suppose sometimes, like on the Fridays and stuff, when everyone's heading off to the pub. But, so just, I suppose, friends in that aspect. But
just remember moderation, all right? Yeah. Moderation is a very big goal in which you set. So that's Friday nights on the pub. At the pub, before you do that, don't forget, you can always do a bit of a session first, and then you'll feel really good, okay?
Yep.
But definitely don't cut away your friends, your family, and also discretionary when. And if you do go to the pub on a regular basis, look for alternative options such as those sugar-free lemonades. Awesome. How do you think that we'll control these? So as we mentioned before, I'll provide you the training plans for here at the gym and on your recovery days. I don't think there's any barriers at the moment, given how motivated and dedicated that you have been the last 3 to 4 weeks. Okay.
Yep.
How's your mindset towards it?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. Is it? I just want to make sure that's not. Is it a new thing, or have you been thinking about this for a little while?
I've had it on my mind for a bit. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. The reason why I ask that is because that just goes towards that motivational behaviour in coming back into the gym. Okay, just to meet this new goal. Okay. So we'll continue. I'll continue to check in. We've already spoken about how we can monitor your diet. Okay. Is there anything else, mate? You think that you want to add? You want to have a bit of a chat about it all?
No, I'm just keen to get out there, do a bit of a workout.
Awesome, mate. Well, thank you very much. What we'll do is we'll check in about 2 weeks' time. So today, 2 weeks, if you're happy.
Yep.
So around the 22nd of December, we'll sit down together. It will just, if you're on track again, or you continue that that progression, I don't think we'll need to sit down further on to do this. I think we'll be able to do that just over the phone.
Yep.
Just to maintain that motivation, and we'll continue to check in on your diaries. Okay.
Yep. Cool.
Any questions?
Nah.
Awesome, mate. Thanks for coming in, and I'll see you. And we'll go out to the gym now, and we'll get ready for our session.
Awesome.
Awesome.